The Retailers Association of India, which is the apex body for all retail outlets, has said that there has been quite a bit of growth in certain segments across the country during Diwali, despite the pandemic, led by the festive sentiment, led by pent-up demand, and led by need for work from home related products as well. But there are still certain segments that continue to lag and continue to show less sales growth in comparison to Diwali last year. Talking about the garment segment, RAI has said that festive-induced shopping has added some impetus to the garment sector. They have seen that there is only growth in occasion and leisure wear segments. Luxury and occasion wear brands have indicated double-digit growth is what RAI is saying. This can also be attributed to the fact that there was a lot of shopping that would otherwise happen outside the country when it comes to luxury brands, which is now happening within India as well. And talking about occasion brands, it's also been attributed to the weddings that have been postponed from the rest of the year to the end of the year, which led to a double-digit growth in occasion wear brands. But the formal and office wear segment saw growth which was less than 35% as compared to last year. So the sales that have been clocked in are 35% lower than last year's Diwali sales for the formal and office wear segment. The services-led retail segment is also seeing sales which is less than 35% as compared to last year, including salons, etc. And that is of course because of the nature of such services-led retail segment, which does not allow social distancing, and people are still worried to step out and go and indulge in these services. Athletic wear, including shoes, grew 20% versus Diwali last year. This again can be attributed to work from home and trying to stay healthier, trying to stay fit and exercising. Consumer durables and electronic sales saw a 15% growth as compared to last year. So that is an important number that is coming in, especially because the sales was led by laptops, mobile phones, tablets. Because of work from home, there were a lot of people who came out to buy these. Even online and offline sales grew. Not just that, home appliances as well, which were required for people to stay at home and use at home, those sales also saw a huge growth. But there is an important point to note here that the sales in the consumer durables and electronic segments could have been much higher, but there were supply chain constraints, there were issues of lack of stocks available for certain categories, and that drove the sales lower. Otherwise, we understand that the sales could have been much higher, and these stock issues were not really, the companies were not really able to manage these issues and provide for the demand that was in fact available in these segments. In fact, what RAI is saying that some segments under consumer durables and electronics that are work from home led saw 15 to 18% growth versus last year. Home items saw a slight dip of about 10% versus last year. Value retail segment, which includes companies and shops and retail outlets which have multiple brands and categories under them, which offer discounts across categories, that saw a sales growth of 10% as compared to last year. Pharmacy and daily needs markets have also done well. Food retail sales have been 10% less as compared to last year due to the obvious reasons of the worries relating to COVID-19 and people wanting to step out and eat. Sales in Tier 2 and Tier 3 markets grew as much as Diwali last year is what RAI is saying, and South and East India markets performed better than North and West India markets according to the Retailers Association, but various restrictions continue to slow down various categories. While consumer durables electronics continue to do well, certain garment sales have done well, and some categories might continue to do well till December, but only the nature of how the pandemic unfolds going from now on will determine whether these sales growth continues to, these categories continue to clock in more sales or not. Kumar Rajagopalan, who is the CEO of RAI, has said that the lack of inbound travel of non-resident Indians during the winter has had a negative impact on sales. He has said that segments such as work from home, consumer durables and IT, and value retail will continue to do better and have started to show growth. So that is the verdict coming in on Diwali sales from the Retailers Association of India on various categories.